So we don't have a pond for Lefty or anything like that. So every so often, I'll lift him up and put him in this stock tank, which is our goldfish pond. The goldfish are somewhere down there. It's kind of cold, so they stay towards the bottom. But look at him, he loves it. He loves getting to splash around in here. Oh, Lefty. He's a little muddy right now. Oh, Lefty. So Lefty here is getting a girlfriend soon. He doesn't even know it. He's getting 2 girlfriends. So he's had a number of girlfriends and he's outlived them all. His original girlfriend, you can guess her name, is Poncho. And he is such a good boyfriend. So we were planning on getting him a couple girlfriends this year, but of course we have to wait until hatching season, and they would be babies for a long time, so they really wouldn't be girlfriends right away. But person who's getting 2 puppies, it's actually 2 people, they're getting 2 puppies, and they found him a couple of girlfriends, and his new girlfriends look just like Poncho, so he's going to fall head over heels for those girls. And they named the girls Thelma and Louise, and I think that's a good name, so I think those names are going to stick. You're going to be so happy, Lefty. Look at these puppies out in the pasture. Playing around. Getting their energy out. It's good for them to explore their territory and make sure everything smells safe. We've got the sheep over here on the left-hand side, on the opposite side of the fence. They were over there earlier visiting with them. It's hard to see from this distance, but these puppies are walking around with their nose to the ground, so they are doing awesome, sniffing out everything that's been going on in that pasture. It's a good thing to have a little bit of patrol in your puppy. Of course, you want them to stay with your animals, but they need to make sure that everything around their livestock is also secure. And it's also a deterrent process, them sniffing around and also marking their territory in the process. And I want you to notice that they are not crossing that fence line. They know their boundaries, and they don't test them. And once they've patrolled a little bit, they'll come back to their livestock right where they need to be. Here they come. That's great. I'm doing everything I taught them. Of course, these puppies have wonderful instincts to begin with. But it's always a little bit of both. You've got to have good genetic instincts in the first place, and then they also need some guidance to be able to apply those instincts appropriately. And there they are. Good puppies. So that's Orange Boy from Ladybird. We've got my purple girl out there, yellow as well, and I think that's also green and pink. So those are mostly Ladybird puppies. Doing all the right things. That's so good. And now, if you can see, all these babies are back over here with the sheep. They're kind of in the ditch area. You can barely see their little tails poking up. Awesome. Perfect. Hi, puppies. Look at everyone. Oh, Mama's not happy. She wants you to back up. Got a puppy back there. He's in his cage because he's getting picked up, and I don't want him running around getting too muddy. So he's kind of upset that he can't join us right now. Look at those pretty babies. So precious. I'm just so happy with these puppies. And just so you're all aware, so these Maremma puppies, their mother is Ladybird, and this is her last litter, so she's had a number of litters for us. And their father is Rye. Now this is Rye's first litter, and these puppies have just turned out excellent. Beautiful, beautiful dogs, wonderful temperaments. And so I'm so extremely happy with the outcome being his first litter. So he's got a lot of work ahead of him. He will do some great things for us in our future genetics and breeding program. And there's Duke. Duke is the father of Marigold's puppies. So Duke is Pyrenees. Yeah, that's my man. He's a little bunged up on his face. He's gotten these scars over time from a number of different things. In the fall, he got into a pretty big fight with a pack of stray pit bulls that came onto the property. And he kicked into action. And so he's got some battle scars. But you did your job, because you're amazing. Little Miss Pink girl. I love this little girl. So I still don't have her sold. And I'm still on the fence of whether or not I should keep her. She has such an awesome personality and temperament. And like I said, she is one of the smaller females, but she is not significantly smaller. I mean, just look at her size. That's her sister, and that's her. So all three of these girls, her, and her, not the yellow one, but they're all sisters from the same litter. There you go. There they are. Two sisters right there. Pink is on the right. So, I mean, she's not a small dog. She's just a little smaller. She's a little more, I would say, feminine framed. And I'm terribly tempted to keep her. Look at these cows. So our cows are looking pretty good. We do have some hay out here for them. And we have done that just to give our pastures a little bit of rest. So our pastures are not in the best of shape right now, partly because it is winter time, so there's that. But keep in mind, we did have a drought last year, and even though we seem to be out of that drought, it takes time for your pastures to fully recover from drought conditions, and so that's what we're dealing with. But we've been able to get by pretty okay. The only amount of feed supplement that we've given them is 2 round bales of hay and we've got a third one that we'll be giving them in a couple days. So that should be about it. That's the only extra input. And also, you know, our pastures are still not 100% where we want them. There are some problems in the pastures, in different pastures that we've got. We've got some problems in one pasture where we've got parthenium. Then we have in another pasture some problems with some St. Augustine grass, because quite a long time ago this used to be the St. Augustine grass farm. I think the people who previously owned this property tried their hand at St. Augustine and quickly abandoned that idea. But we've got St. Augustine out there, and that's not good forage for cattle. So we've killed quite a bit of it, but not all of it, of course. We're hoping that this next year is going to be a big leap for us in pasture management. We're getting some dedicated chicken time. We've got some chicken feed on the ground. This is a really good practice to do. You get your puppies fed in the morning. This is morning time. And then put some chicken feed on the ground. Puppies will be interested in it, so will chickens. But it gives them a chance to interact. It gives your chickens the chance to squabble. And it gives you the chance to correct your puppies. And it's something you should practice every now and then. Don't do it just once or twice. It's a good exercise for everybody involved. These puppies are doing great though. Right at first is when the puppies and chickens and everybody will be over here, but there's not much on the ground, so the puppies are now on the sidelines, and that's a great thing to see. It's nice to have them just sit there and observe all the action calmly. There's little Miss Pink Girl. Oh, hi, little girls. Hi, little girls. This is Green. She's going to her home soon. Little Miss Pink. Just beautiful. Just beautiful girls. Hi, little miss. You are the best. Yeah, you gonna be the best one? Always with the little ones. All right. Gorgeous. 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 And boy, her body is just, she's so well put together. These guys are showing off so much these days. It's about to be breeding time for them. They're doing all their mating calls and such. And the boys are starting to fight a little bit. That's a guinea. That is not a peahen. She's behind you. There she is.